Hello, I am Police Chief David Giorgi and welcome to the Mayor's Government Academy. Today I will try to give you a brief overview of our department, how it is structured, and some information about how our budget is used. Our department is made up of 70 full-time police officers with 52 patrol officers and 17 command officers. We have 9 full-time dispatchers, 3 records clerks, and the crossing guards, parking enforcement officer, and animal control contractor all fall under the control of the department. Our 3 patrol shifts run from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., and 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. And the officers assigned to each shift work a 4 days on and 2 days off rotation. On average, there are normally 5 to 9 cruisers on the road for each shift. Within the police department, we have several specialized units which are staffed by our officers. We have an investigations unit which is comprised of both day and night detectives. Our detectives handle a wide variety of investigations, which often include assaults, burglaries, financial or fraud crimes, larcenies, drug investigations, and any other type of incident which requires follow-up investigation. Our community policing unit is made up of our community policing officers who you might see riding their bicycles on the rail trail or through your neighborhood, as well as our school resource officers who work directly with students at Marlboro High School, the Whitcomb Middle School, as well as Assabet Valley High School. The department's current traffic unit was formed in 2018 and is made up of 2 officers and 1 supervisor. The unit has been very well received by our residents who welcome the sight of the traffic officers conducting speed enforcement in an effort to slow down speeding vehicles. Through city funding and corporate donations, the unit has been able to purchase several electronic and portable speed signs which you may see mounted on telephone poles, which allow the traffic unit to gather speed data even when they are monitoring other streets or are off duty. The collected data can be very useful to not only help identify streets where speed is a problem, but also provide feedback to residents about the traffic volume, times of day, and days of the week when vehicle travel is both good and bad. Our most popular unit is certainly our K-9 unit, which is comprised of Sergeant Ken McKenzie and his new dog, Miko. Sergeant McKenzie started the K-9 unit in 2013 with our first dog, Kaiser, who is now retired. Our K-9 unit is very popular in the city, and the requests for appearances at fundraisers and events have allowed both Kaiser and Miko to reach rock star status after only a few short years. The dogs are a great community relations tool and are very successful at finding drugs and locating both fleeing suspects and lost family members. The bond which forms between Sergeant McKenzie and his K-9 is an amazing process which grows every day as they train and work together. The final unit within the department which I would like to mention is the mental health clinicians, who make up our jail diversion program, or our JDPs. Under a grant funded through the Department of Mental Health and in partnership with advocates, the department has been able to utilize their mental health expertise to assist officers at all patrol calls. The experience and services that the clinicians can offer has made our department's ability to properly identify the types of services which may be needed by citizens much more effective. As mental health intervention training has expanded, officers can now focus more on trying to address the underlying factors which can lead to both criminal and non-criminal behavior. On the administrative side, the budget for the police department is basically comprised of 2 different groups of accounts: salaries and expenses. The salary accounts are for all officers in the department, as well as the records clerks and dispatchers. Other salary accounts include funding for officer education incentive, shift differentials for those who work evening and overnight shifts, specialist pay for officers working in a specialist position like a detective, school resource officer, or community policing officer, and the overtime accounts. Anytime an officer stays past the end of their 8-hour shift, goes to court when they are off duty, covers an open shift, or attends some department-provided training, contractually the city is required to pay them an overtime rate. The second part of the police department budget is made up of the expense accounts. These accounts include some of the contracts which the city has with outside vendors, such as the animal control contract and laundry services contract. In addition, these accounts include office supplies, some expenditures on officers' uniforms, as well as the vehicle repair and maintenance account. The police department has 30 different marked and unmarked cruisers, as well as 2 motorcycles. And trying to keep all of them up and running 24 hours a day for 365 days a year can be both expensive and time-consuming. Thankfully, the Fleet Maintenance Division at the Department of Public Works does a great job of servicing all of our cruisers. The administration at our department works closely with other city departments such as the Mayor's Office, Auditor's Office, Comptroller's Office, and City Council to ensure that not only is the department being financially responsible and working within the department's budget, but also maintains the level of service which the residents of Marlborough expect and deserve. To put the best officers on the street, the police department must provide our officers with the best trainings, practices, and policies which are available to our profession. To accomplish this, in 2017, the police department sought accreditation through the Massachusetts Police Accreditation Commission. In 2017, the department earned the first step of certification, and later in 2018, the department was awarded full accreditation status through the commission. To achieve accreditation, the department must meet compliance with 257 mandatory policy standards, as well as 75% compliance with another 125 optional standards. Accreditation means that the police department is one of 95 police departments in Massachusetts whose policies and procedures meet the standards which are recognized as best practices by the law enforcement community. As a department, we are very proud of achieving and maintaining accreditation, and this also assists our officers incorporate many new police reforms which may be adopted in Massachusetts. As a local government agency, we push our officers to take pride in themselves, their department, and our city, and we strive to make the residents of Marlborough feel safe and confident that they have a professional police department working for them each day. We try to engage with the community as much as we can, and some of our programs, like our Youth Police Academy, Do Not Knock Registry for unwanted door-to-door solicitation, as well as our prescription drug collection box, are all examples of services which we try to provide, which can be of great benefit to many of our residents. On behalf of the police department, I want to say thank you for taking the time to be a part of the Mayor's Government Academy, and I look forward to answering any questions you may have about our department and our offices.